Okay. Camera B. This is camera B. Green. Camera A. Green. Icon. Icon. Green. I wonder what's the other thing here? Down. Down. I don't even know what down is. Press S key. Oh, like literally down. Wow, okay. Gimbal. Gimbal. Good. This is gonna work for now. Alright. We got some stuff we're gonna do. Let's go. Good. Good. Oh, wait, hold on. Good. 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 Let's wheel. Good. How do I turn this off now? Is it just on permanently now? Good. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. Okay, there, ka-chow. I forgot about ka-chow. Forgot about ka-chow. Put this here. Alright, hello. I think you can hear me. I hope so. Alright, so first things first, we got to trim this thing. Where are you at, you little rat? There you are. Okay. think this is what I'm going to trim is this thing. Oh, wait a second. I just closed out of it. Okay. Yeah. Well, first thing is we're going to trim this. Don't really need that much clay on here, to be totally honest with you guys. So we will just roll this up and put this right here. I wonder if I can just like use my wire tool to cut off some of this. Just to make it easier on that first bit. So now I can go back in with this and just kind of trim this stuff down. Can I put the mic closer? Do I really sound that low? Is it better now or no? I wonder if it thinks this is the mic. Hello? Just let me know if this sounds good. I don't know if it's good or not. Haven't seen you in ages. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, hope you're doing well as well. I've just been doing my own stuff for a little bit. I'm not really worrying about the whole streaming thing. Finished glazing like a ton of stuff, so that's all done. I like converted a bunch of photos. I have like almost 10,000 photos that I have to like post one day. I'll probably post more of that on my Instagram. Just all my stuff I have. I been working on a bunch of new things. Been making a lot more of these trophies. Yeah. The only reason is because I don't have a microphone on me this time. Usually I have it on my head. I have it in front of me. So that's probably why. But right now we're making more of these trophies. I'll show you guys what these look like here after I make some progress. close enough. I like that. Good to see you're alive. That's what I always do to my friends now. Are you making a trophy right now? Yeah, I can show you guys one. Hold on. Gimbal? Okay. I'll just show you guys one. I think you guys may have seen a video of me making these, but not totally done, but like these guys here, you know, just kind of like these weird trophy things. I'll show you guys another one. This one's like, the one I'm going to show you guys now is kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember when I would do those flowers that would collapse. So I made a bunch of new ones of these. But you can see the flowers, they fall, you know, really kind of, I like these guys, you know, and they have like the tree foot. That's what I've been doing with these. This one's a little bit weirder, but you guys can at least see the crystal growth on this. So this is using nickel, and it colors the crystals blue. So, here, let's see how close we can get this. You guys see the little crystalline structure there? So this one grows crystals all over the surface of it. So they're kind of fun. But yeah, that's what I got. Oh, I should show you the panels. I guess I can show you guys. And I made a bunch of these panels too. Made a bunch of these panels. So like this one's hard to see. Man, it's really hard to see. Maybe the light hits it, but you can see it's like a dragon on there. And it comes off away, and then this is the back structure of it. But they're like these dragon squiggle monsters. I've been doing a lot of those. I got like 5 of them. And they're all like different sizes too. So that's a good thing. So that's kind of some of the ones, some of what I've been doing. Gimbal. There we go. Pretty, nice. It's a bit more busy down here. Each of these pieces are clothing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Awesome. The crystal refraction looks like it's iced over. I love the, yeah, I've been doing a lot of the crystalline glaze things. I'll get you a shotgun mic for your setup for it. I can do my microphone. I just am lazy today. I think I'm going to start doing more stuff on a different platform, but I haven't done it yet. And I've just been doing my own things. You got a skedaddle already? Yeah, no worries. Nice seeing you. But Come on, I know this is getting so... It's so soft on the end here. It's kind of... Usually I shouldn't trim it this soft. Really, I'm being kind of dumb. Thing that you can send me. Nah, it's okay. I really like those, the new panel things though. The larger ones are way cooler. I wish you could see the larger ones that I finished. I don't have those here. Those are at work. But I'll probably do more of those. I'm gonna make some of them a little bit thinner too. And I might low fire them. And do, I've been making a lot of this stuff called terrasigillata. Oh, you guys don't even know about the beads either. I've been doing a ton of the beads. I made like 200 something beads. Yeah, I finished all of those ones, the larger ones as well. Yeah, I finished all that stuff. I've just been glazing and trying to get stuff like out of my place of work. You know, as soon as somebody tells me, hey, you're kind of taking up a lot of space here, I'm like, ooh, that's a sign that I gotta focus up and just finish some things, you know. All right. This is good enough, really. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. I had to make a whole new batch of the big ones too. Some of them did get lost, but some of the ones really turned out great. We had some fallen soldiers. But that is like with everything in ceramics. You always get fallen soldiers. If you don't have fallen soldiers, I feel like you're not exploring hard enough, maybe. Okay, that's okay. I think this should be okay. I'm gonna call this one pretty much done. Okay. You said, recently I've been to an art commune, mostly doing pottery and stonemasonry. growing their own food, building beautiful wood buildings, and expanding the grounds. It's like 6 houses. That's awesome. I did something like that. It was like I used to do a lot of like service work when I was younger, and I think it's pretty good. I used to do a lot of service work when I was younger, and one of the places it was like a community center, and we built all the buildings. All the buildings were built by people who went there, and it's like a big thing you give back to the place while you're there for other people to enjoy it. So it's kind of cool. But something similar, like making your own buildings and stuff. I want to sign up for a few stonework lessons there and just spend my day having coffee and cake there. So they have like a little like bakery area. That's kind of nice. Okay, so we got that. I guess I can't put it on there yet. It's actually a little bit too wet to do that. So we'll pause and we'll switch over to getting this together. That's awesome. What you said you did, what's it called, service work? Yeah, in my school that I went to, we had to do a certain number of hours of service work every quarter, right? It was 30 hours of service. And so like you could go on these event things that they planned. So that was like one of those, that place where like we'd move like logs out of the way of paths and build like buildings. Or we didn't really build the buildings, we built the foundation for the buildings, at least when I was there. I never got to like put a roof on, you know. It was a lot of like lifting big logs and pouring concrete and stuff, right? But there's other things, like I went to, you might not know because I know you're from Europe, right? There was a hurricane called Hurricane Katrina, right? It was a really bad hurricane, and it hit New Orleans and Florida bad, and there was a bunch of cleanup efforts going on. Even to this day, they struggle down there with the aftermath of the hurricane, and it's been, I think it happened in like 2007 or something. So I would go there and I'd help out with like, you know, moving debris out of roads, or, you know, what else would we do? We would pick up needles in playgrounds, you know, so then those playgrounds could be used again, right? We would go into like the swampy areas and try to get rid of invasive species of things. So just a lot of that. Did I ever go back to see how it evolved? No, I never went back. I also did like, there's this is like a number like 256 or something like that. It was like a place, and what you do is you do like, you organize clothes for like donations. So you get to organize clothes all day, or you get to mix paints and they send the paints over seas. So people donate a bunch of paint and then they send all the paint overseas to people, or like new houses that need paint, right? So you sound like a grandpa telling your grandkids about what you had to do in school. That's so funny. Yeah. A lot of that sort of stuff. It was good though. I got to teach kids their homework, which is funny because I suck at math and writing and spelling, but I'd help kids do that, which is, to me, it just is, yeah. I'm not that smart. So I shouldn't really be teaching anybody anything. Where's my sponge? Hello, sponge. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. So this is a tree. And I have it upside down right now. And what I'm doing is I'm wetting this down. I'm kind of pulling a new wall for this. Off this edge here. And then what I'll do after this is I'll place the new thing in, or the topper here. So I'll stop, gimbal, and I'll put the topper on here. You guys will see that here in a second. So this is what I've been doing. So every day I finish one, and every day I make parts for the next day. So that's what I've been kind of working on. I could probably... I'm just thinking about if I should trim this. I have some weight down here that I can get rid of, but I'm not going to do it. One day we got into a bus and drove 3 hours. When we got off, we had to move debris out of the road because of the disaster in 2007. Yeah, pretty much. That's so funny. Looks so smooth. Yeah, well that's just because after my test with all those trophies with the crystalline glaze, the crystalline glaze likes to grow on smooth surfaces. That's why you'll see everybody do it on some smooth surface. And so I kind of want to do that, but I also want to make it my own. So it's like kind of doing both. Nice pot. 20 years later, New Orleans is doing okay. Yeah, I would say so. But there's still like parts. There's this place called the Ninth Ward that is, I think, still pretty wrecked. You know, so that's always kind of sad. Okay. I wonder if actually... I can do that. We'll fix it here in a second, guys. We just want to get it like connected and... I don't think I'm gonna do too much on this one actually. This one we might just like. Something real simple. How much can you push on there without smushing the lower part? I mean, the lower part, I wait until this bottom part is dry to support everything. This part, you want it to be soft, so then it like, well, first I can pull it out, right, to create the skirt. And then, you know, if I push, I normally don't actually push in from the inside because normally I have this whole part, top part closed, but I didn't do that on this one, so now it's kind of, it's open. So, yeah, I don't, yeah, I mean, that's really, there's not a whole lot to say about it. Like, so if it smushes a little bit, that's okay. This is gonna go on the top. It's sinking down a little bit, but part of me is like, do I really care? Not really. And we just want to connect these together now. Come on, sponge, where are you at? Why does always be? Oh no. Gimbal. Close in. Close in. That's actually not bad. Whatever. Okay. Camera A. Camera A. Oh. Gimbal. There we go. Okay. Does it matter if you push from the inside or outside? Pushing from both, the way that clay is going to connect itself the easiest is if you kind of push both sides together, right? So there's like kind of like a mash that happens, and that's really the best that you can get when you want to attach everything. So now that top part's connected. So that's nice. So this is looking, I kind of like it. Zoom? I guess I gotta stay out of zoom. Camera A? Camera A? I wish zoom was kind of like, it zoomed in just this. But it doesn't. But it's okay. This is fine. I gotta just be okay and move on. Okay, now we got some squiggles that we can attach on. Do two big squiggles, and then we might put some smaller ones on. Alright, so we got one here, and one here. more. I'm gonna keep them close. I think that looks good. Alright, I'll put these on there. And so I'm just kind of denting the side of it there, so then I know where I gotta put some of this wet slip. Then I'm gonna make a little mark where this is gonna go. Then I can peel that off, and I have a little marker where I need to kind of slip and score here, right? Put some more slip right on top of that. I always try to have the place I'm scratching be a little bit wet and mucky. The thing with slip is I feel like you don't want to overdo it with the slip, right? Yeah, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. But yeah, peace. Alright, so here I am, cutting this up here, scratching along this bottom edge. And we're getting ready, and we just set that right up on this edge. And then we also want to make sure get this top part good. Yeah, let's curve it around on the other side, and it's looking dandy. So we got that side. Look at that. I think that's looking good. We got a couple more squiggles we can put on this thing. This one we might go a little overboard on the squiggles. I'm just feeling like I gotta. I don't have my brush anymore, so I need a new brush. I actually don't like this brush. This one I had a different brush somewhere, but this brush is just a little bit too fine. I kind of like a big brush, because a big brush can cover up a lot of area. A fine brush, maybe it's good for the crevices and getting it connected in spots you can't see, but I think you kind of lose a little bit of the flow because it's such a fine little point that it makes it look like a line. So that's the one thing I do not like about this, but that's okay. Alright, so we got one on there. We're gonna do the other side now. I think really it's all just gonna go right here. It's not a very great spot for it, but it's not terrible either. We have it attached on this top part, so we're actually gonna keep that attached there because I think that would really help it with the supportive material in the bottom. Let's make sure we get this on there. This is looking pretty good. Yeah, it's looking good. I like this so far. The top, you guys don't really understand it yet, right? But the top, I put a flower in it and it falls over. I really like the way that they kind of do that. So I like this one. This one's pretty. We have some squiggles that we can also hit on here. Maybe too much. You know, maybe it's. Yeah, you know what? We will do that. Look at that. Yummers. We're liking this. A little bit on this side, a little bit here. And I think really we gotta attach it onto this top, even if it cracks and breaks off. Like that. Do we like that? I think we like the first one. think this is fine. Let's just leave it alone. We're being a little bit too, like, we're trying to do too much. That's my problem with these. So I always feel like I'm trying to do too much with these vessels here. Always a little bit too much. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Desk. Gimbal. Desk. So, we're just trying to get some more of this stuff all figured out here. Clay. Some clay here. I'm not sure this is usable. Definitely is. We'll just use this. So I'll use this to be the foot. stuff. I do need to make. I'm gonna make handles. Two squiggles. And a topper. So. Gimbal. Zoom. Alright, guys. We're gonna do some throwing. Handles first. do need to make a lid too. Then the 2 squiggles, and then whatever's left. Let's measure the lid. Okay, lid is measured. Okay, well, we just gotta see. That's all we're gonna do. We're not gonna do any more. That's gonna be the 2 of them. Sadly, but I already have handles, so it's not like it's that important. I already have other ones. Oh, my tails. Thanks. My inspiration is a guy named Willie Nelson. I don't know if you know that guy, but he's my inspo. A little water on the inside here. Lay my finger back. I'm going to slowly bring this up here. You're a Texan. You know Willie? Dude. I'm glad. I'm assuming that you must have a freaking glorious mustache with your name. have a hard time growing a mustache. My mustache looks like I'm a 13-year-old trying to grow a mustache. You said yes? That's good. What's the style you wear your mustache in? I know there's different mustache styles. Alright, let's bring this down. Classic 80s cop mustache. Hell yeah, yeah. Over the lip then, right? I've always wanted that. My mustache, I'll show you. My mustache is kind of like, I grow these things called fangs, right? So you can see they go over my lip there, but they don't go across into one, right? And a lot of people tell me to do the mustache wax, but it's just too much time, and then I also don't want to cut it, right? Because my thing is one day the fangs will grow out long enough where when I brush it down, it's totally over my lip, and so then it will be one homogeneous one, you know, but we'll see how it goes. It's gonna take time. Even my beard, my mustache and beard, I haven't shaved in like 4 years, and that's all I got, you know. I'm gonna start getting this background situated here. Slowly pushing this out. We'll do one more to bring this out even a little bit more. So, like, always your goal when you're doing this should be like, get your height, get your thickness, then start popping it out, right? Like, once you get all that stuff kind of like figured out, everything else becomes a little bit easier here, right? So, I'm on the inside, and I'm just gonna slowly, that's all I'm doing is I'm just slowly popping it out towards my fingers here. And we got one more little pop out that we can do on the bottom here. That's right. This area. Done. Now we're going to split this rim here. Okay, now we're going to get that lid that we made from earlier. I should be able to now get like a done. Okay. Now that we got this finished, we'll just pop up this bottom edge. And so this will be the base for the one tomorrow, right? That's all we have to do is attach that topper part onto this, and then the two handles that we created, and then this squiggles on the side. So that's pretty much it. Now the next level, right, to like one up what we already have basically done here, is, instead of saying, we're done, we don't need to do any more, we say no, there's still more that needs to be done. There's still more that needs to be done. So, let's get this on here. Lift this up off of that. And so, I'm just really a big fan of these trophies recently. I just think they're just cool to me. I think they're cool. I should make these smaller. But the thing is, if I make them any smaller than that, they end up getting a little bit like... Yeah, if I make them any smaller than that, they're actually harder to make. Gimbal. Close in. Remember, the clay is always going to feel harder the closer you get to the batch, right? And why is that? Is because when you're at the top of the clay, what's underneath the clay? More clay. Now when you get to the very bottom, what's underneath the clay? A surface that's not going to move, right? So that's kind of the the reason there. That should be big enough. Literally? Nuts! It's just nuts, dude. Like, I'll never understand. Like, I don't know. I was gonna complain, but I'm not gonna complain anymore. I gotta stop complaining on stream. It just looks so freaking cool. Camera A. Gimbal. And guys, that's all I got for the stream. That's all I got for the stream today. Tomorrow we'll put it together, and that's it. You know, it's this process is like not a difficult process. I like the way that they're turning out. To be honest with you, I think they're pretty cool. I want to start streaming on TikTok. I know it sounds cringe, but I'm going to start streaming on TikTok. But I gotta get 1,000 followers on TikTok, which, dude, that's gonna be a grind. We got that going. We got something for tomorrow, cruising. We're getting ready for some cool trophies. We're gonna be doing some crystalline glaze. We're gonna be doing some terrace gelata. You know, we got the beads cooking. We got so many cooks in the kitchen, there's no more room for any more cooks. You know, if you know that reference, tell me, because I just came up with it, but it sounds familiar. Anyway, guys, all the best, strong mentality, ka-chow. Ela bate no peito, ela fala que é brava.
tu aguenta. Sequência vai, toma, vai,